I was applying for my third job ever, and I thought that it was going to be my career. Oh boy, I couldn't have been more wrong. One day I was just looking around the internet for jobs, and I came across this huge jackpot. The job was a plumbing company, and I would be dealing with the customers. I would be the one to call them and make the offer on repairs. The pay was very good, around €3,000 a month, as it was only my third job. Quickly, I wrote an application and sent it in. Then I checked the phone number of the boss, then called them right then and there. The phone rang, and someone picked up.
Danny's Plumbing Service, how can I help you?
I heard from the other side of the phone. Hello, it's Lenny Trehobix. I called because I saw you had a job open and I just had in my application. I wanted to call you to try to plan a meeting for us so we can get to know each other better. I asked enthusiastically.
Alright, wait a moment.
I heard from the other side.
Alright, what about next Monday at 12 p.m.? I just did a quick check on your application. You seemed like you would suit our company very well.
The man said after a minute or so. Yeah, that would be a great time. I'll see you then. Where do we meet? And what's your name? I asked.
I'm Trevor, and we'll meet at Danny's Plumbing Service. It's in the center of the city. Just follow the signs, and you'll get there.
Alright, man, I'll try to remember those instructions. I'll see you then. I told him. Then I hung up. That day was Friday, and I had to prepare for the meeting a little bit. The following weekend went by fast. I spent so much time rehearsing some lines. I had to get that job. Then came Monday, and I was ready. I had dressed better than usually and just cut my hair. Just before leaving, I had this feeling of something not being right. I didn't know what it was, but the feeling was there. I left for the interview and I found the signs on the side of the road. Ashfield, 20 miles, and an arrow pointing left. I was pretty damn sure that the city was on the right, but I ignored my thoughts and I just followed the sign. I drove a bit further and I saw a sign that said Danny's Plumbing Service, 1 mile. Finally, the place was pretty close, but the town looked abandoned. There were a couple buildings, but they definitely didn't house anyone. The windows were smashed, some windows were boarded, the paint was worn, and there was no sign of people being here. Then, I see the small gas station and a sign. Danny's Plumbing Service, open Monday through Friday, 800 hour to 1600 hour. That was the place. To my surprise, that place was in pretty good shape, compared to the others at least. The house was worn. A couple of the windows were broken, but the paintings looked pretty fresh. But that place was empty. What kind of place is this? I thought, while scratching my head. Anyways, I had to pull over and go in there because I already agreed to this meeting. I got out of my car, walked to the front door, and tried the handle. It was locked, and so I knocked. That's when I realized that there was a note on the door. On business, back in an hour. Danny. The place was hollow, not a thing moving in sight. I tried peeking through the window, and what I saw made my skin crawl. There was a body of someone lying on the floor face down, his arms bent, weirdly, in blood, on the floor. The body was swarmed with flies. Suddenly, I heard a car approaching, fast. Instantly, I turned around facing the car. It pulled over, and from the car came out a man. He was probably in his 50s and a bit overweight. He had a wild beard, and he looked like he didn't take care of himself very well. He also lost most of his teeth. Hey, I'm Trevor. You must be Larry. My name is Lenny. We talked on the phone about possible jobs available, I answered. All this time, I kept thinking about the body of the man, just lying on the floor lifelessly. Yes, we indeed did. Come on, let's get inside and talk more. I think we can figure something out. Alright. I answered and followed him inside. To my surprise, the body was gone. How could this be? Just a couple of minutes ago, the body was there. Was it a long drive? Trevor asked me. No, it only took like 30 minutes, I told him. There was a small bit of silence, so I decided to ask him. What would be my tasks if I got the job? You would be waiting here for someone to call, make calls to possible clients, and then sort the clients and schedules. You will arrange our stuff, Trevor said, and he grinned. Alright, sounds good to me. How long would the workdays be? You'd start at 8 and finish at 4 in the afternoon. Trevor told me. While we talked, he kept grinning and taking small peeks behind me that made me a little anxious. Was there someone else here? Then Trevor and I quickly went through my previous experience and personal information. After that, he suggested we do a tour of the place, and I agreed. As we walked around the place, I quickly noticed that this place is not what it seemed. The place was dirty and not taken care of. There were visible stains all over the floors and walls, visible mold and dust everywhere. Behind the building, a window was broken and patched up with a piece of wood. The place looked horrible, and the more I looked around, the more I wanted to leave that place. We reached a door that said, "Office. Here's your workstation." He opened the door, and the hinges were probably rusty as hell. The door squeaked open, and it was pretty dark in there. "Go check it out. The lights can be turned on from the left," Trevor said. I stepped inside, and instantly a horrible smell hit my nose. It smelled like mold, something rotting, and like there was some sort of leak. After surviving that foul stench that hit my face, I got the lights on, and what I saw made my decision about working there. The walls were worn. The paint was flasky and falling off. The lamp in the ceiling had gone to the ground. Even the windows were barred. There was no light other than the one coming from that lamp. The place hadn't been cleaned in ages, and the smell made it seem like someone or something had been decomposing there. I did not plan on working there. My next move was to get the fuck out as fast as possible. I came out of there and didn't see Trevor. I walked around and found Trevor at the so-called break room. He was chomping down this gray and slimy stew. I almost puked, but I had to keep a straight face. "Hey, I think I'm not gonna take this job. I'm sorry, but it's just like, it's too far away," I told Trevor. "Huh? Why not? I'll pay you more if you stay. We need you at Danny's Plumbing. Based on your resume, you would be a perfect fit," Trevor answered. I was hesitant not to help him, but I kept my decision. Every time I thought about my working space, I was horrified and I just wanted to bolt. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm sorry," I told him. Trevor's face started twitching. He started to look furious. He took a deep breath and said, "I hate to do this, but it's your own fault." He took a few steps towards me, and I turned around and got the fuck out of there. I ran out of there, and when I looked back, Trevor was chasing me. I couldn't go to my car because he would have caught me, so I made him chase me, and then I led him away from the company building. I saw him stop and vomit. He was probably exhausted. I was in pretty good shape back then. I turned around and ran past him to my car. "I'll find you. You won't get away from us," Trevor yelled. Sprinting full speed got to me as well, but I made it to my car. I turned it on and reversed it. I saw Trevor from my rearview mirror. He kept shaking his fist, and it looked like he was yelling. His face was all red. I couldn't stay there for long, so I left. I never went back. I never found out what was going on there. And honestly, I don't ever want to.